For this project, we were approached by Ben Clayton from the NHS Trust to create a patient information film for both MRI perfusion heart tests and cardiac CT tests. To start with, Ben approached us and said that there were lots of videos that he didn't want it to look like. So with him, we looked at some videos online on YouTube from different hospitals, and that gave us a good idea of what we did and didn't want in the video.
Hi, my name is Paprika, and I'm going to explain all the phases of your exam.
As part of this also, we spent a few weeks going up to the hospital and consulting with patients and staff to find out what they thought needed to be in the video. As part of my role, I was in charge of organising, getting people to the right place, making sure they were at the hospital at the right time, making sure people book the right equipment to take with them. What we did also is we chose the roles quite specifically to where people's interests and specialities lie. So we found this in the last project we did, is we all worked as a team, and what worked then we've repeated. There was no point changing it, and because everything worked, we kept with it. So from the brief, we were asked to film a patient information video. We were told we needed to make one for the MRI and one for CT. They both needed to be about 2 to 3 minutes long. However, you'll see now that they're slightly longer than that, but that was just due to the volume of information we felt was needed to be put into the video.
During this process, I had to make sure I had all the consent forms we needed. So we had 2 forms for every staff that we filmed and 2 forms for every patient filmed, one from the NHS and one from the university.
When did you last wear?
On the day of filming within the hospital, Ben put signs up for us to make sure patients knew what was going on, and it made them more relaxed. So to get to the hospital every day, we had to take the bus from outside university. We had to make sure that we got the right time every day so we weren't late.
Okay, so I was assistant director of the group, which basically meant I was managing communications between Ben and us. This was done over email, which was a lot easier than anything else because it meant that we could have the information on screen at all times, which made life so much easier when we went to the hospital because we knew where the room was and everything. In the first couple of weeks, we went up there without cameras to assess the different areas, the CT room and the MRI room, which we found was really, really small, so we knew how many cameras we could take up, like how many people we were going to have, so we left Peter and Edgar actually back at university, so we weren't getting in the way of the nurses and everything. When we interviewed the patients, Ben actually spoke to them first, which just gave them time to think about if they actually wanted to be on film, because approaching someone who is going to have a scan, they might be quite nervous and they might give an answer and then go back on it afterwards, so it made life easier for us that we could actually get people who really wanted to be in the film. So Ben moved some of the staff around for us, which meant that we could film all areas without actually worrying about who was in the different shots.
We were allowed to film in both of the wards, the CT ward and the MRI ward, but we were only allowed to film in those areas. We couldn't really go anywhere else. We used a mixture of 3 different cameras, used a Nikon, a Canon and a GoPro. We also used a reflector when we filmed our interview with Ben, but in the end we had to re-record that because the audio wasn't very good.
The guys recorded Ben's voice explaining the CT scan process, but it doesn't work. So we had to take Ben to the Scott building and had some rehearsal, and then we recorded Ben's voice and he made a good job. The guys brought 150 gigas of videos to me, so I've spent almost 2 days watching videos and choosing which could be the best ones for the making of video. I can't speak English, so that was a big problem too, because when we started to work, I can't understand everything that they say and they doesn't understand me.
the experience of working with you? Well, that is always a dangerous question to ask, but I think on this occasion you'll probably be okay. It's been fantastic. I've been really impressed. I'm very excited to see whatever it is that you've produced for us, and I think it will be really useful. And my colleagues have all been gushing really with praise for your enthusiasm and your professionalism, so I'm very grateful for that. Thank you very much.